First and foremost, if you're not a valuer, you can't stamp any valuation report. I've seen a lot of signages where you find people saying something properties and underneath they'll put estate surveyors and valuers. They are not valuers, but I am not here to talk about them today. But it's important that you should know, the public should know, that every valuer should be registered as such and should have the license to practice valuation in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, having said this, what about who the real valuer is? Somebody who has the stamp and seal and somebody who is known as a valuer. Is his valuation or her valuation tenable all the time? That's the essence of this video. Now, the answer is no. And why is the answer no? The answer is no because even though you are a valuer and you are not complying, you don't have the compliance from the regulatory institution, it's possible that your valuation can be null and void. Let's draw a scenario. You conducted a valuation and wrote a report, and 1 year after, because the valuation report is a very veritable document that is tenable in the court of law. Now, someone is using that report to make a case for a compensation in the court of law. So the valuation document is tenable in the court of law. And once the document is presented, it becomes an exhibit. It can be used as an evidence in court. Now, the man who did the valuation is a certified valuer, no doubt. The lawyer who is in defense of the person who wants to make the claim for compensation could pick up the valuation document, which is now tenable, which is now like an exhibit in the court of law. So let me make it simple. You have a lawyer A who is standing in for you to make claims from the court of law over damages, and you have a valuation report that is to advise the courts on how much compensation you should be paid. That valuation report has been, presented to the courts and is now accepted as a working document, or what they call exhibit. In other words, the valuation report is tenable. Now, the lawyer A has made his submission and the court has accepted that the value for compensation is maybe 2 billion. So, based on the fact that they're using the report as a basis for the judgment, now the lawyer B happens to be a smart lawyer. He picks up the valuation report, looked at it. Because he doesn't have the onus to query the valuation report, he goes deeper to look at the person who signed the valuation report. And it happens to be Mr. ABC who signed the valuation report in 2024. They're using it as an evidence in court in 2025. Now, the smart lawyer B digs deeper to go and look out for who is Mr. ABC. Mr. ABC, as of 2024, did he comply with the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers by paying his annual dues? Number two, did he pay his compliance fee with ESVABON, Estate Surveyors and Valuers Registration Board of Nigeria? When he finds out that as at that 2024, the said Mr. ABC did not pay for his compliance, he will hold that. Comes to court the next sitting and tells the court, my lord, as much as this valuation is correct, but I have a problem with the valuer who signed the valuation report. As at the time this valuation report was signed in 2024, I put it to you that the valuer doesn't have the license to practice in 2024 in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, is the valuer a valuer? Yes. Did he stop being a valuer? No. Can he value in 2024? Of course, yes. But is he eligible to value in 2024? No. Why? Because he did not pay for his naives and his ESVABON. So because you do not have that license, it is enough to nullify that report for that period. And this is a clarion call to all my colleagues. What you're seeing on the screen now, the first one is your naives license to practice in that particular year. You can see my own on the screen. I have the license to practice in 2025. The second thing you're seeing there is the license to practice from ESVABON, Estate Surveyors and Valuers Registration Board of Nigeria. That's the license you just saw on the screen. If you do not have this amidst other licenses, then your valuation can be nullified because you don't have the license to practice. So I am not the mouthpiece of the institution, but I'm advocating that, fellow colleagues, make sure you pay your annual dues, make sure you pay for your ESVABON fee as and when due so that you can have the license to practice. If you're listed with a bank, these are prerequisites that you must comply with for you to be eligible to value for that period in time. And this is to the public. Before you sign up an estate surveyor and valuer, please ask them, do you have your naive license? Do you have your ex-verbal license? So that you will not be like that Mr. A in court who actually paid for a valuation report, but the Mr. B lawyer messed up the whole valuation report because the valuer doesn't have a compliance in the year that was stated in the valuation report. So what am I saying in essence? Yes, he's a valuer, but if he doesn't have compliance, I'm sorry, that valuation might just be null and void. So be informed. If you're not informed, you are deformed. My fellow colleagues, let's pay up. Let's get our compliance. It's not enough to have fellow of the Nigerian Association of Estate Surveyors and Valuers or associates. You should also have your compliance.